Good morning, students. Welcome to English class. I think all of you know my name. I am Shatabdi. In today's class, I will start a new story. The name of the story is The Fortunate Peddler. First, I will tell you the actual meaning of the name Fortunate Peddler. Fortunate means lucky and peddler means a person who goes from place to place selling small goods. This is a popular English folk tale. It tells us about a peddler who believes in his dream. Children, first I will tell you what is a folk tale. A folk tale is a very old traditional story that has been passed down from one generation to another in a speaking form. First, I will read out the story so that you can understand the pronunciation of each word. After that, I will explain the whole story. Hundreds of years ago, there lived a peddler in a place called Norfolk in England. He went from one place to another selling things. So, hundreds of years ago, where did the peddler live? The peddler lived in a place called Norfolk. And where is it? The Norfolk is in England. The peddler went from one place to another to sell his things to earn money for his family. One day, the peddler told his wife, "Last night I had a dream. It is strange that I have been having the same dream for the past week." "What did you dream of?" asked his wife. One day, the peddler shared one secret with his wife. What was that secret? He told his wife about his dream, about his strange dream. What he had been dreaming for the past week continuously. After listening to him, his wife asked her husband about his dream. The peddler told her that he had heard a voice in his dream. Every time the voice repeated, "If you stand on the London Bridge, you will hear good news." The peddler explained his dream in front of his wife. In his dream, every time he hears a voice, the voice repeatedly tells him to go to the London Bridge and stand over there where he will definitely get a good news. At first, the peddler didn't bother to go to London. It was difficult for him. He would have to walk a long way to reach there. He would have to sleep under trees along the way. But the dream persisted. The peddler got upset. At first, the peddler didn't want to go to the London Bridge. Why? That time people didn't have proper vehicle to go to far places. It was difficult for everyone. Similarly, it was difficult for the peddler to go to the London Bridge. He would have to walk a long way to reach there. He would have to sleep under trees along the way. But the dream persisted. Persisted means continued. He was continuously dreaming the same. The peddler got upset. The peddler became frustrated. He couldn't understand what he should do. Then he called out to his wife, "I must go to London and stand on the bridge. Otherwise, I will have no peace." Actually, gradually the peddler became frustrated. So he became desperate to go to the London Bridge. That's why one day he called his wife and told her that he is completely ready to go to the London Bridge. Actually, he wanted to believe in his dream. The peddler packed a few things, food and some money. He walked all the way and reached the London Bridge. The London Bridge was a busy place. There were houses and shops on either side. Every day the peddler stood on the bridge, but no one spoke to him or gave him good news. He felt like a fool for having gone there. Still he waited with hope. To go to London Bridge, the peddler packed some food and money. He knew that he is going to spend some days over there. He walked all the way to reach his destination. The London Bridge was a busy place. Busy means it was crowded. There were houses and shops everywhere. The peddler stood on the bridge, but no one came to give him any good news. At first, the peddler thought that he is behaving like a fool because no one came to give him any good news. But still, he didn't give up his hope. One day he had no food or money left. He decided to return home. Just then, a shopkeeper came out of his shop. Children, look at the board. I have written the characters of the story. I have told you about peddler, about peddler's wife. Now, you will listen about our shopkeeper. So, in this story, we are getting three characters. Two important characters are peddler and shopkeeper. See, when the peddler spent most of his food and money, he decided to return to his home, Norfolk in England. After that, when he decided, immediately a shopkeeper came out of his shop. Please tell me something. The shopkeeper inquired, "I have seen you here for so many days. You do not buy or sell anything. Why do you stand here?" Actually, the shopkeeper was continuously watching the peddler. Then, out of curiosity, the shopkeeper asked him the reason why he the London Bridge without buying or selling anything. Then the peddler told him about his dream. After listening to him, the shopkeeper started laughing. "Never believe in dreams," he said. "I too keep having a dream. The voice in the dream insists that I must go to a place called Norfolk. I must find a peddler's house there. If I dig under the oak tree in his garden, I will find treasure. It is all nonsense. Even if I make the long journey to Norfolk, I am sure I will not find anything there. So forget the dream and go home." See, children, the shopkeeper's dream and the peddler's dream both are connected. Though the shopkeeper told the peddler not to believe in dream, according to the shopkeeper, all these types of dreams are completely nonsense. Nonsense means meaningless. But actually, peddler understood that the shopkeeper's dream and his dream both are connected. See, what was the dream of the shopkeeper? Like the peddler, the shopkeeper also got a mysterious voice in his dream. That voice repeatedly told him to go to a place where Norfolk, where he will find a peddler's house. If he digs under the oak tree in the peddler's garden, he will definitely find treasure. But the shopkeeper did not believe in his dream. On hearing this, the peddler hurried home to Norfolk. He went to his garden, then he began digging under the oak tree. He soon found a chest full of gold coins. He was no longer poor. He lived happily for the rest of his life. When the peddler listened the dream of the shopkeeper, he understood the whole thing. Then the peddler didn't waste a minute. He immediately reached his own house, Norfolk in England. After reaching his house, he rushed to his garden and he began to dig under the oak tree. And under the oak tree, he found a chest full of gold coins. Chest means a large, strong box. See, children, I have drawn here the oak tree and the chest. The chest is full of gold coins. So, the peddler's dream came true. He finally got the good news standing on the London Bridge. Who gave him the good news? The shopkeeper. The shopkeeper unknowingly gave him the good news. And following that news, believing in his own dream, the peddler became the owner of the treasure, gold coins. He became the owner of the gold coins. After getting all those gold coins, he became rich. He was no longer poor. He lived happily for the rest of his life. It is said that he had a statue made of himself with his pack on his back. The statue showed him walking towards the London Bridge, the place where he had heard the good news. As he became rich, he made his own statue. The statue looks like him, the peddler himself, with his pack on his back and walking towards the London Bridge where he got his good news. I think all of you have understood this wonderful story. So children, you are requested to go through this chapter minutely. I hope you will not have any problem. One thing, you have to learn all the word meanings given in your book. First one is peddler, a person who goes from place to place selling small goods. Strange, odd, unusual, you can choose any one. Persisted, continued, inquired, asked, asking for any information. Insists, says firmly. Treasure, very valuable things like gold coins, usually in the form of precious metals, precious stones or money. Chest, large, strong box. You are requested to learn all these word meanings. These word meanings are important for your exam. In the next class, you will be provided make sentences, antonyms and comprehension. I hope you will be able to solve all the questions which will be given in your comprehension. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you.